Shall I have my hair down on this one? Yeah, I'm gonna have my hair down on this one. So I'm going to start off this episode with something that I would usually put in the episode further down the line to like bring it out, but no one seems to be watching past like 5 minutes, so they don't get to this part. So I'm just going to introduce it straight away. So I'm going to kick off with a dick pic. Pics! Oh yeah! And yeah, it's the Australian punk rock band, The Chats. The Chats, you may have heard of them, you may have seen them. They had a viral hit with a song called Smoko online. They made it themselves, and it's pretty good, like catchy tune. And I think it's one of those songs where it's like, if you're a lad, even if you're a girl, but you're a lad, you're one of lads. You listen to it and you're like, yeah, I can get into this. And then you listen to their other stuff as well, and you're like, yeah, oh no, I can get into this. The songs are sort of short, but it's still good. They're still good, and their album, like, they've got 2 EPs out, and they recently released in March. Not that recent, but in COVID terms, March is not that far back. Yeah, they released their first debut proper album under a label, Universal Australia, and I only listened to it today, and I was like, this is good. I've liked him since I saw Smoko, which was like over a year ago. Smoko was 2017, and they've made their like other videos and a few singles and stuff like that. They put stuff out on the YouTube. I follow them on YouTube. I've got them on my Spotify. I would love to be at one of their gigs, and I'm filming this Wednesday the 8th of July in the UK. They're playing a gig tomorrow on the 9th in Withington in the UK. The thing is, Upcourt Farm in Withington on the 9th of July. This video is probably not going to be rendered by the time that this comes out. That they're playing this gig, so I can't really say to people get to the gig, because like you're probably going to be watching this after it, especially because of the fact that the gig starts at 11 a.m. and I thought that was like a time zone fuck up or something like that. I checked in other places. No, 11 a.m. They are playing this gig. A punk rock Australian band are playing a gig at 11 a.m. at Upcourt Farm in Withington. I don't even know where Withington is in the UK, but they're playing it. And it's on their website. You can check it out. Links down below. And yeah, so they're playing that gig, and then they're going a little bit quiet. They're playing a gig in Melbourne, I do believe. But right, so I've got all my stuff lined up. So yeah, their tour, and yeah, like their new album, by the way, that they just released in March. High Risk Behavior, 30 minutes, pretty good. I listened to it this morning. Every song, I was like, yeah, I can get into this. This is fine. Having already listened to all their back catalogue like multiple times. Smoko, Do What I Want, Pub Grub. Oh, no, not Pub Grub, Pub Feed. Pub Feed is a good song. Identity Theft. And then they've got this new song called Dine and Dash, which is off their newest album. High Risk Behaviour. Yeah, so they're playing up Kurt Farm, July 9th, tomorrow, which is going to be after when this video comes out. And then they're playing another gig in Brisbane, Australia on August 22nd, which is like more than a month after. But after that, if you're in the UK or Europe, you're going to have a treat because they are on tour. And it looks like they're hitting the UK pretty well for this initial tour. But they're touring until like April, May next year. They've probably got a lot of back orders when it comes to like gigs and stuff. But yeah, they're going to be playing Melkweg in Amsterdam. And then on October 7th, pardon me, I drank a load of lemonade. Oh, why it's... I don't know why I'd buy it. It's horrible. It's like medicine. But that's beside the point. I digress. So yeah, on October 7th, they're playing Melkweg, Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. And then a couple of days after, Le Botanique in Brussels, Belgium. But then, a couple of weeks after that, they're going to... Well, no, not even a couple of weeks. 1 week after that, they're going to be doing a UK tour. And I'm pretty excited for it. So from the Friday, October the 16th, Southampton, October 18th, Bristol, October 19th, Dublin, October 20th, Belfast, October 21st, Glasgow, October 22nd, Nottingham, October 23rd, Leeds, October 24th. You could get the point. The link to the tours and the dates and everything down below, their website, RSVP and tickets and everything you can get from there. I am super duper interested in going to either the Nottingham gig on the 22nd, of October, the Nottingham gig, or the 23rd in Leeds. I would go to both, but I would probably not survive. So I'm up for either one of those 2 dates because they're near me. Like, I could make those. I could make the Manchester one on the 25th. That's fine. I'd love to have the time off to go down to Brighton on the 26th of October to go and see them there because I love Brighton. Brighton is such a fun place. I've only been there once and it was mesmerizing. I was an adult at the time and, you know, this geek that I am, just walking around, I was just like, this place is awesome. This place is awesome. Everywhere I went, I was just like, this place is just so good. You know, like all the little indie shops and stuff like that. And they've got people just doing street performances. And it's a place of culture. It is such a cool place. The only issue with Brighton that I have is that it's like a 9-hour drive away from me. And I've got a pretty solid route here in Sheffield, and if I didn't feel guilty about it, I'd move to Brighton. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, if anyone's up for it, if anyone October 22nd, October 23rd, or the Brighton gig on October 26th, if anyone out there, all 6-7 people that watch this are up for it, I'll go to either one of those gigs. Send me a DM, send me a message, leave a comment, anything, just indicate that you are up for that gig, because I've watched loads of videos of them at gigs. They look hectic, and I love hectic gigs. I love jumping in there, getting covered in stuff, falling on the floor, picking myself up, getting bashed into, jumping around to some heavy songs. It's just so fun. I love it. And I've not had that experience for such a long time. And I'm up for it now. I'm getting giddy. I'm getting giddy about it. So yeah, that is my dick pics. Dick's pic. Dick pic. That's my dick. That is my dick's pic. Pics! Oh yeah! For today, I thought I'd lead with that. Just because, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I can't help it. I have to do it. I have to say it and I have to do it. I have to put it out there. So anyway, that's that. The chats, check them out. Links down below. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can go and feast your eyes on in your ears. It's just fun. It's just fun all around. They've got a Wikipedia page too. All these links are going to be down below, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it if you've not picked up on anything that I've said, because the links are in the description. I have a very sophisticated system when it comes to the links. As you will have probably guessed from the last episode, if you look at the description, the links are off the chart, man. I nearly used my entire 5,000 character limit just on links. Just a brief introduction, and then it's just all links. So anyway, this is something that I don't really... Well, it's not my right to talk about, but at the same time, everyone's talking about it, and also at the same time, people are trying to figure out what's going on with this situation. And there's been some interesting theories, and I've listened to them. I've sort of tried to analyze it and figure it out from probably a mutual sort of standpoint, or a non-biased standpoint, or a zero conflict of interest standpoint, because I don't have any bias towards anything. However, everyone's talking about it, so I thought, I'm going to talk about it. Because I have a theory that no one else seems to be talking about or have highlighted. So, Dr. Disrespect has been kicked off Twitch. If you haven't already heard, it's all over the place. Everyone's talking about it. Even people that don't even care about it have been talking about it. And apparently, Twitch have banned him permanently. They've come out and said they've banned him permanently for breaching some sort of thing. I don't know the exact quote or anything. But, there's a bunch of different theories. The initial theory was that there was this thing called Brime, which was a streaming service that's like a start-up streaming service, and apparently two other streamer people, Ninja and Shroud, had come up with this, and they were gonna try and develop it into something which was better than all the rest. I almost called it Switch again. Mixer, Mixer is dead now. No one's using Mixer. Microsoft piled millions into that, just getting other gamers to be exclusive on that platform. But not just getting them exclusive on the platform, but also all the endorsements and the advertising, the money they put behind. I can remember when Ninja first said that it was going to do the Mixer thing, and the advertising clip had a lot of money behind it. Obviously, they had good people. They probably spent hundreds of thousands just on that ad, that video ad. But yeah, this whole Brime thing got shut down straight away. The theory of it got shut down straight away. Dr. Disrespect, Ninja, and Shroud are not secretly coming up with an idea to start their own streaming service. because apparently Dr. Disrespect and Ninja don't really get along, so I can't see that being a thing. And from what I've read, Dr. Disrespect is a very high level businessman, and he knows what he's doing, and he surrounds himself with the appropriate legal people that are needed in order in order to cover his back. So it's all very strange because there's been these theories about he got a text message and then he just, his whole attitude just changed because he knew it was the end. That's just theory. I don't buy at that. There's been radio silence from Dr. Disrespect since he got banned. The only thing he's really said is firm handshakes all around. They decided that they didn't want to keep him on. So the Brime theory is pretty much out the window. But at the same time, this whole thing about Dr. Disrespect not liking Ninja or Shroud, I don't know, they don't get along or whatever. It's typical sort of bullshit that you see with people in the limelight. They create a common enemy. This is what they do, so that people take sides, and then it generates more heat. And look at Biggie and Tupac. Look at Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. All that mess. It's all about keeping people talking about them. And then it creates the common enemy, so people take sides, and then it all rises to another level sort of thing. Bring Me the Horizon did it a long time ago, and everyone knows that they did it, but they still took sides. It was Bring Me the Horizon and While She Sleeps, I think that's who. While She Sleeps, yeah, I think it was those two. They were apparently hated each other. They didn't hate each other. I know for a fact that they didn't hate each other. It was all manufactured hate. The best way, Napoleon said it, the best way to unify a group of people is to create a common enemy. And Napoleon's has been touted as the best motivational speaker that ever lived, because he could get people together and band into a thing, and everyone unifies, and I don't even know what the right word for it is. Just solidifies their friendship, based in a form of hatred. It's like, oh, you hate this guy? Yeah, I hate that guy. I hate that guy too. Let's be friends. Let's hate them together. And this is where pub theories come in. I spoke about pub theories on the last episode. This is where pub theories come in, because people, you know why they've said that? They've said that because this, that, and the other. And then it all just builds on top. You get other people, I know quite a lot of people like this, sensationalists, that take something, exaggerate it, they exaggerate it to their benefit to make the story more interesting and unbelievable, or they take something which could reflect on their views as negative and reduce it down to a tiny little golf ball that you can just throw away. And it's not really being on the fence or just it's not a good way to be, It's not a good way to try and gain any sort of credibility, because I've got friends who I've witnessed tell one story to someone in front of me after they've told me, and then exaggerate on a certain thing to make it more than what it was when they told it to me. And then I'm sort of like watching him say it, and I'm like, you said that guy ran a 4-minute mile, and now you're saying he ran a 3-minute mile. And then I see him go and tell someone else, oh yeah, he run it in 2.5 minutes, run it in 2 minutes. He run a mile in a minute. It runs 60 mile an hour. Yeah, I've got a motorbike. Yeah, it runs on water. It's got 25 gears, mate. Yeah, it goes 250 mile an hour, 50cc. Yeah. Everyone knows someone like this, a sensationalist who just pushes things and throws them out of the water just to make their story seem more believable, so that they get fake like cred. I'm not like that. I'm pretty much like, I'll just tell it how it is. Like, if I see something, I don't really want to give that example. Yeah. If I see something that happens and like you see report, like, right, okay. Best example I can give you, which is not a very good example. It's horrible because someone died, but I live in Sheffield, in the UK, in a certain area that has a lot of like drug issues. About 250 meters down the road from where I live, a woman was stabbed to death about 3 or 4 days ago. And it's sent a shockwave through the community, you know, and there's been a lot of people talking about it online. And yeah, it shocked me when I read it. I thought I've read it on the local newspaper, and then I saw where it was, and I looked at that road, and I thought, I know where that road is. That's nearby. So I googled it, and it's literally just down the road from where I live. And it's horrifying that someone could have been murdered, stabbed to death. 2 people have been arrested for it now. People have been paying tributes to this woman. Apparently, you know, she kept herself to herself. She wasn't a nuisance. She wasn't antisocial. She wasn't, you know... well, apparently she was a little bit to herself, but she didn't exhibit antisocial behaviour, as in the classic term. So yeah, you know, that's horrible. I was looking after my dad's cat for the last 3 or 4 days, and he came around to collect it yesterday. My uncle also lives nearby, probably the same amount of distance to where it happened, and my dad came around and he said, oh, what happened with this stabbing? And I said, well, yeah, you know, it just happened nearby. And then my dad said, apparently she's been chopped up. And I'm like, chopped up? What? Chopped into pieces? It's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, that's not what's happened. You know, I've read everything about it, and I've been talking to people, and that's not what happened. And then he said, your uncle said that she's been chopped up. No, she's not been chopped up. It was probably a drug debt, and it's quite notorious, especially around this area, for drug dealers to come around, kick your door in, threaten you with a knife, and they probably just took it too far. You know, a man in his mid-30s and then a woman in her early 40s have been arrested. The woman's been charged, and, you know, it seems a pretty open and closed case. The woman was actually still alive when the paramedics and police got there. She wasn't chopped up. But this is what I'm saying. People sensationalize things to make the story more unreal, you know, to make it more of a bang, to make it like, I don't know, it's like a popularity contest, I suppose, in a way. But this is what happens. And yeah, so we all know these people. And yeah, so that's that. And in relation to this, I can see that there's going to be a bunch of people coming out and saying a bunch of things for the attention. It's like two people came out. I wrote them down. Shannon Z Killer. Is that right? Shannon. My handwriting's so bad, I can't even read it myself. Shannon Z Killer and esports consultant Rod Slasher Breslav tweeted that they knew something and it's just so bad that they can't even tell anyone. And then they deleted it, and it's just like, okay, fine. That's one thing. Keemstar, of all people, I know, of all people, I don't trust any word that comes out of his mouth. And he doesn't know what he's talking about most of the time. However, it did touch on something which it does have some sort of validity to it, because I can see where it ties into the whole Twitch managing director mentality. And that is the fact that Mixer went down a few days later. They got rid of Dr. Disrespect due to the fact that Dr. Disrespect had an exclusive contract with Twitch in the region of multi-million dollars, or at least over $1 million. It was worth millions. Let's just say that. So he's got these contracts. It's worth millions, and they gave him that contract because they didn't want him to go to Mixer. And if he went to Mixer, that is going to probably draw away a lot of other people onto Mixer who are on Twitch. Twitch don't want that. They offered him a counter deal. They knew he'd been talking to Mixer and Microsoft and Mixer, and then they offered him this counter deal, and he accepted it, signed that contract, whatever. He never went to Mixer. He stayed on Twitch. Mixer dies. A few days later, Twitch ditching. So it's pretty obvious that Twitch were probably looking for a reason to get rid of him, because they probably didn't want to pay him all this money. You know? It's like, well, Mixer's dead. We've got no other threats. We're paying this guy all this money, and he's got nowhere else to go. Why? Let's just figure out an excuse to get rid of him, and then that's it. But the thing is, they're not giving an excuse. They're not giving us an excuse, and according to Dr. Disrespect, they've not given him one either, which to me is a little bit weird. I think they probably have, and I think that, well, I do think that they know. I do think that Dr. Disrespect is probably lying when they said that they've not explained to him why they've banned him, because I think that he knows, if other people know. But these other people, they probably don't know. They might not know. Who knows? No one knows anything. This silence around this whole situation is just causing so much like heat online that no one knows. No one knows anything. And the thing is, what I noticed from H3 is Twitch also are very petty. So their board of directors and stuff like that are very petty. Like if you even show any sign of disobedience, they'll treat that like treason. Like China, like or Russia, or any communist state. So Twitch, in a way, like communists, you know, it's like, it's our way or we'll kill you. And if we can't kill you, we'll just like make it so you can't live. And that's what it sort of seems like to me. The fact that he was in talks with Mixer is sort of given like an open door for them to think, well, you know, Dr. Disrespect, he was going to go against us. How dare he? How dare he do this? we'll teach him a lesson. Now that Mixer's dead, we'll get rid of him and we won't have to pay him his contract. Dr. Disrespect, you have to remember, is a very controversial streamer. He says a lot of odd, well, not odd, but like out there things, and he does a lot of out there things. He got banned for streaming from inside a public toilet last year, which you can understand. But Twitch have obviously found a way to get rid of him, to ditch the doc, simply because he held contract negotiations with Microsoft and Mixer. And yeah, they saw that as treachery. And one thing which I'm sort of thinking to myself is like, I want to see these contracts, because they can't just terminate his contracts without giving him a reason. If he is telling the truth, they can't say to him, oh yeah, we're terminating the contract without paying him. So if the reason behind the fact that they've terminated his contract is so they don't have to pay him, then what clause in his contract is there to say that they can do that? Because when it comes to terminating contracts, even though it's not gaming, it's football, it's soccer in America, but football everywhere else. America, what are you doing? Just call it football. You're American football, we're football. Everywhere else in the world, football. Sorry about that, America, but it's a fact. It's the truth. And more often than not, like, when we see people getting sacked from clubs, it's the manager, football club, it's the manager that gets sacked. And the thing is, with people getting sacked from football clubs, managers getting sacked from football clubs, as long as they've not breached the contract and committed gross misconduct in some sort of way that would breach the contract specifically, they still have to pay that person out, their manager, for the entirety of the contract. So the best example I can give you, which is actually like quite a recent story, links down below. Alan Pardew had a contract with Newcastle United, and they sacked him. How many years? How many years was it? Oh, I don't even know. I've got the story. I think basically they gave him like a 10-year contract. They gave 8 years contract. They gave him an 8-year contract, and it literally just a week ago ended. So he's been getting paid like he was the manager since he got sacked in 2014. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. 4 fucking years. He's got paid full wage as if he were the manager for nothing. To go off and work for other clubs. Because he left, the clause in his contract allowed him to leave and still get paid. He left in December 2014. So, 3.5 years. 3.5 years he's been getting paid for fuck all. And I'm just like, what? I wish I should have become a football manager, man. Like, just get a good agent and you sorted. And look at this. Look at this. I got married, became a dad, trained, and become a teacher in the time that he left and the contract ended. That's just from one person. Since he left, he's won 58 of his 183 league games as manager at 4 different clubs since he left, and he's still been getting paid from him a Premier League wage. That is insane. That is insane. And here I am, an IT contractor, feeling bad for getting paid 800 quid a week for a Windows 10 rollout. This guy's getting paid 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 20 grand, 40 grand a week for 3.5 years for fuck all. So whenever you feel bad about accepting money that you don't feel like you deserve, That's all I have to say. But anyway, right, okay, so back to the Dr. Disrespect thing. My theory that I have is that it's all made up. It's all made up to generate a lot of publicity around it, get all the heat, and just like I was mentioning before about how celebrities do this, fake rivalries, it's gonna be... It's almost like, it sort of reminds me a little bit like the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight. It's like UFC fans versus boxing fans, and it's going to be this massive... So when they come back together and they unite, like Dr. Disrespect comes back to Twitch, it's going to be one of the biggest moments in online streaming gaming history. So it could quite easily be that. Or it could have done something so fucking heinous that no one wants to even repeat it. It's that bad. So I'm going to leave it at that. So my prediction is that they've made it all up. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So let's watch some live leaks. I curated these about an hour before I started recording, so I haven't watched them. I just read the headline. Twins spotted sitting on car roof as vehicle drives along busy road in China. Good old China. Yes, good old China. Let's have a watch. Oh, they got the legs in on the sunroof. What? Shake my head. It's an understatement. All right, okay, so this is different dash. Multiple cameras. What are they doing? What are the parents doing? Is it on auto drive? Is there no parent there? What? What is going on? What the fuck, man? Are they... Jesus, what the... Do people not have brains anymore? Do people not have brains? What the fuck? What the fuck is that all about? Alright, so a set of twins spotted sitting on a car roof when the vehicle was moving along a busy road in southern China. The shocking video was filmed in the city of Guanggang in Guangxi, Zhuang Autonomous Region on July 4th, so just like 4 days ago. Last Thursday, Friday, Saturday. According to reports, the twins stretched their bodies out on the sunroof and even climbed out of it to play after their father opened the sunroof for them to view the scenery. Oh, you can't look out the window anymore, yeah? The window not good enough. You can roll the window down if it's tinted and like stick your head out and have a quick look. You know, dogs do that. You don't let your kids hang out of sunroofs. That's right. Do you know what I think? Here we go. Theories going off. He probably wanted them to like fall out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But police deducted points from the father's driving license and also fined him. Is that it? Yeah, it'd be getting a little bit more than that if it were this country. But then again, this is China, so China's like really strict, right? Well, China's actually really strict when it comes to like speaking out against the government. So, you know, you could probably like chop someone's foot off and just get like a slap on the wrist for it. Yeah, this is another one. I think it's Chinese. Yeah, Chinese man climbs 6 floors barehanded to save a girl from a hanging window. This sounds quite dramatic, so let's watch. Oh, right, okay, so you're just going to pause immediately. What? Hello? What's going on here? Video broke. Someone broke the video. Why won't it play? I don't know. I'll try and reload. Yes, here we go. Oh, it's full size. Here we go. How do you... Ooh, man. Good things do happen in China from time to time. Not because of the Chinese government, but because of the will of man. People are good. You see, not all Chinese people. Well, I don't even know why I started that sentence that way. No. See, I'm scared. The thing is, right? The thing is, you should never start off a sentence with that. Right, so I'm a single guy. And, you're swiping and you're looking around. Chinese people do talk to me. But I'm reluctant to talk back because I'm scared. Scared because, like, you don't know who's monitoring them. You don't know if there's... I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to pretend like I didn't say any of that shit. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. Lucky escape for two men after a speeding car attempts to ram patrol pump in northern India. Okay. I've just been speaking to my Indian friend Manoj. So I'll probably send this link to him. What the fuck? Are they playing cards? Why are none of these fucking videos working? What's going on? Fucking, you can't leave Live Leak alone. Like, I prepped them so they were ready to play when I was ready. And now they won't work unless you reload it. So there's no point. If you're a podcaster and you're watching Live Leak, you have to watch them on the fly. What are they doing? They just sat out in the forecourt with, like, a pad of paper. What looks like some playing cards, or he's doing something. Not sure what it is. He's fanning his face. It's warm. I understand that. So apparently someone's gonna do something which is gonna endanger him, but they get a lucky escape. How long is this video? 5 minutes! Right, is it this? Oh, wow, right, okay, so something does happen. Oi! There we go. Right, so here we are. So they're sat there, being idiots, just sat on fucking desk chairs and shit out in the middle of the forecourt. And then someone comes flying in. Ooh, he got his shins chucked out. What are they doing? Are they after him? Ooh. Whoa. It's very strange. Very strange. He's after someone, that guy. He's definitely after someone. He's out for blood. Yeah, he knew the guy on the static chair. He knew him. You could tell, yeah. He was after him. Look, he's after that guy too now. Jesus. What? What's he doing? What? What is this all about? What has made you so angry that you feel like you need to commit this sort of act? Now he's trying to reverse into wherever this other guy's gone. This other guy over here is hiding in between the buildings. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So some dude just tried to fucking jack this guy. Like, it's the guy in white
It's the guy in white. Whatever he's done, he must have fucked his wife. Whoa. Blip, blip, blip. Oh, I just missed it. Look at that frame. Look at that frame. Look at where his foot is. Right, let me pause this. Right, look at where his foot is on that frame. Look at that. Look at this. Look at his foot. His foot is 1 foot away from the car hitting him. He was a split second away from getting completely trolleyed over that car. I've been run over before. I got hit sideways, like the car was coming down, I was on a bike, and the car hit me sideways. I went up the bonnet into the windshield. That shit fucking hurts, dude. And then it flings you flying off into midair, and your body's just like jelly. And that's what happened to me. That's why I've got this scar on my lip. I can't grow a full mustache. I can't go full Tom Selleck. And I only got like $3,500 in compensation. Nowhere near worth it. Like the whiplash alone was 2.5. Nowhere near. Fucking shit lawyers. That's what you get for trusting your parents. Don't trust your parents. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't trust your parents. And I'm gonna save the rest of these for later. So let's move on to the next bookmark. Okay, so nerd news. Nerd news! Okay, so they've got a new codec for streaming, which is like half the data rate of the previous H.266, or no, H.265 codec, which is pretty good for people who've got smart TVs because it's less. It's like literally half. I looked into it, and well, you can see here, like from this video, yeah. So the way it works is the older codec used block partitioning, but the new codec, the brand new part of this, which makes it better, is instead of like using square partitioning for each pixel, it uses third partitioning. So where there's duplicate pixels frame to frame, it's more refined. It's more of a refined sort of way of doing it, and it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Quad split and the binary and ternary split, it all makes sense. Previously, everything was just square. Now we've got like more rectangular sort of, so bigger chunks that can be duplicated are being duplicated, so it's less data. The only issue that I'm seeing with this codec has been in development for about 4 years now, and it's only just getting to the point where we're ready to release it out into the wild. But what it means is there's going to be a lot less data and a lot less strain on people's like data usage and terminals and mobile networks and stuff like that. So when they're watching things on YouTube, it's going to be less traffic, and it's good. It's a good thing. The only issue that I'm seeing immediately, like links down to the thing that I watched and the articles that I've read, the only issue that I'm seeing with this is that it's going to need a device which is a lot more powerful, because it's asking the device to be a lot more definitive and perform a substantial amount of processing in order to figure out these things. Don't get me wrong, it is quite a revolution. It's called VVC. So VVC codec, just go on Google. I'm going to put a link to all this shit in the description. Geek news. I've noticed that I've not really put much geeky shit into this whole foray into like the PodShowCast. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am a geek. I've always been a geek. I've always been interested in how things work and how things operate. And I've got a degree. Well, I studied film production at uni, and I didn't get the degree in the end. I just sort of tossed it off. I learned everything that I needed to know. That coupled with my love for technology, this is perfect for me because I understand it completely, and it's exciting for someone like me, a geek, and it's fun because it's applicable. So if you understand how pixels work and colors work within a computer system, you understand, especially with motion pictures, that each frame is just a picture. And in order to compress that, if you can duplicate parts of one frame to another frame, that's taking away data from the next frame that you're just duplicating from the one before, therefore making it a smaller file because there's less pixels that are needed to be involved. You're just duplicating. This video, just watch it. If you're a geek like me, just watch it. It's fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming, and it's good. However, I hope everyone's ready to upgrade their smart TVs because they probably won't be able to handle the added amount of processing power that's going to be involved. So there you go. That's some nerd news. The next bit of nerd news, which I'm so much more excited about to present, is the fact that Beavis and Butthead are back. Yes, they are back again, because they had the original thing in the 90s. I watched all those. I had the DVD pack with every single episode, watched them all repeatedly, growing up and into my early adult life. I've not really watched any of the 2011 remake that they did, but it was good, sort of. This is going to be a proper update. I put it on my Twitter, well, on AllYouGeek Twitter earlier today, and it's, you know, the return of Beavis and Butthead, but it's not going to be like it was in 2011, and I'm quite excited for it. I love Beavis and Butthead. The movie is just so much fun. I remember I bought the movie when I was 17 from HMV on DVD. I went to my friend's house. 2 of my other friends turned up. We had a free house to ourselves. We got super smashed. We smoked like a few blunts, and we just sat and watched it. And we were all like, and it's just a staple now. It's a staple in my history, in the fabric of what makes me me. And you know, I had the golden DVD collector's pack and everything like that. It's gonna be good. They're gonna reimagine it, and they're gonna have proper storylines. Like, they used to cut it up with them commentating on music videos for MTV. And then when they brought it back in 2011, they did it with them commentating on TV shows that are on MTV. And to be honest, I never watched Jersey Shore or anything on MTV except for Jackass. That's the only thing. And Jackass ended before 2011 on MTV. So, you know, it's just one of them things. And although that part of it was pretty shit, the stories were pretty good. And I've linked all the links down there. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. Mike Judge and everyone back in the room, and I'm pretty sure Mike Judge is going to be able to you know, bring what he brings to anything, because he's proven himself over and over again. Look at King of the Hill. The amount of King of the Hill memes that are going around is just like, it's timeless. It's timeless comedy. Lesbian seagull. Yeah. That's it. All right, that's nerd news. Next thing. Thievery. Thievery is afoot in Sheffield. All right. Someone stole my idea. I think I'm speculating. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. That they fucking stole my idea, right? Okay, so apparently someone called Abigail McGawley wins a lockdown art competition. She's in the bath with a cup of tea. Guess what I did years ago on my Soundcloud? Guess what? You're going to see it right now. There you go. What is this? What is this? You can see it. That is my SoundCloud. That is me. Me in the bath, eating ramen noodles straight out of the pot. You can't say that she's not stealing. That is thievery. I don't even know if that's the word, but that's what it feels like. Thievery. Thiefed it from me. I'm not bitter, but I would like some sort of recognition. Nick Walker 64 SoundCloud. Check it out. That's where I put all my music. I learned how to do music. It took me like 15 years, but I just put my stupid little dinky tracks up there. I've got more on my actual computer than what's on there because SoundCloud is so hard to upload to. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. But this woman, Abigail McGawley, she's obviously seen my SoundCloud. She's from Sheffield. Not happy. Thievery. That's a short segment. So let's move on to some fucking scary shit. Did you know that crocodiles can gallop? Yeah. They can fucking gallop, dude. Watch this. Right, okay, that's one just like doing its thing, running around. Yeah. They're fast as well. They are pretty fast. They can get up to like 12 miles an hour, which is like on par with how fast we can fucking run on average. Look at that! Look at it! It's galloping. What the fuck? When a crocodile starts galloping at me, dude, I'm just not even gonna try and run away. I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna accept the fact that I ain't getting away. This dude's galloping at me. It's gonna eat me. And if I try and run, it's only gonna make it worse. Fucking galloping crocodiles, dude. Galloping fucking crocodiles. What the fuck? What the fuck? Galloping crocodiles. Look, they're just scattering. Galloping. Crocodiles are becoming horses now. Look at that. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? What the fuck? They're ginormous and super heavy and they're galloping. That is some scary fucking shit. Right. Okay, so I've pretty much gone over everything that I want to go over. I've spoken for at least an hour now, I think. But I actually want to be a little bit serious now. I read this story and, well, it pretty much broke my heart. And at the same time, it kind of made me appreciate everything that I've got. And, the fact that I've got good health and everything like that. And not only that, but it restored my faith in humanity in a lot of ways. This young guy, Joel Esan, or Esan, passed away at the end, or near the end of June, last month. After battling with cancer, he had like leukemia, had a rare form of blood cancer. Ambiguous lineage. He's been battling it for the last 2 years. So like, this kid, 16. At 16, he was diagnosed with this. He'd gone through all the chemotherapy, all the radiotherapy, the stem cell transplants. But it looked like he was getting out of the woods with it, and unfortunately, it did return when he was 17. And I can't imagine being this poor kid, And one of the things, like, it got given the news that there's nothing else that they can do. To be given that news at 17, look, I just passed my driving license at 17, and when I was just so. I was going to talk about it on the last podcast, but this kid, it got given the news that it wasn't going to recover from it this time. And he made the choice to say that what he wants to do with the rest of his time that he does have is that he wants to raise as much money and awareness for people who need the help, to help people survive from what he's had to go through. And such a brave kid, At 17, I can't imagine being in that situation. This kid half my age. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. And, it's just sad. Such a sad thing. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over this story because, this kid Joel Esan from Doncaster, close to home. I read this story and I just thought this kid is just so brave. And his brother Patrice Esan set up a GoFundMe for him. I implore everyone to go and visit it and donate what they can, because that's what Joel would have wanted. I never knew him. I've read the stories. I found this, and I wanted to just put it out there so that other people can read his story, and so it doesn't get forgotten, and that he's such a brave kid, So I'm just gonna leave it there. So check out his GoFundMe, donate what you can, share it, tell all your friends, read the story, and live every day with his bravery in your heart. Peace out. Geek out.